No, he goes walking into the vent. Oh dear, Tizian now asked to step up in this clutch. The bomb is ticking away, and there's not a lot of time left on it. That volley is going to spread and maybe deny the defuse. That's bought Tizian crucial amounts of time. Someone's got to get on this bomb, and they've got to do it quick. Tizian trying to deny it, and what a play in through the smoke. It's all chaotic. It's all gone wrong, and Tizian cements it.
Gonna be able to put up a fight here, or they come in sleepy.
Yeah, looking like a fast A play here for Mousesports. Karşıya and Frozen going to open up, but this is a little bit of progress done there by Frozen. He finds a double over in the A bomb site, and that there facilitates a bomb plant. Now Xantares up in heaven, tabseN back in main. They're going to try and split in to this site in a retake, but with Karşıya and Frozen holding down the fort, it's very tricky. Yeah, and I'm telling you folks now watching at home, CSGO is a real hot prospect with this AWP. So I can't wait to see him get started. He's going to move in over here towards ramp. Let's get it. CSGO first kill found with the AWP, and another man may be about to come walking his way. Karşıya actually drops that util and gets the hell out of danger over towards ramp. Outside smokes come in for Mousesports, and this little wall that they've thrown, they're going to try and cross behind it, but in response to this, Big will be pressuring the lobby. And in doing so, they have removed Karşıya. You see Frozen making noise down towards B, but he doesn't have that bomb. That's on the back of Woxic. And Karşıya, actually holding for the peak from tabseN, is able to find him. So a 3-on-3 now presents itself to Mouse, and they're going to try and wrap into heaven. As both Karşıya and Woxic move over here towards Hell, they've got this position. They could actually just split ramp, and that might be the decision in this round. Yeah, the bomb's getting dropped down. Woxic is going to go up and fake the A play, try and catch these players on rotation, keep the attention of them fixated on this A site, and actually the bombs come up. They've changed their mind, and that's because Frozen's got into the vent. But this hasn't left you with a lot of time if you're Mousesports, and they've gone back into this double stack. Now Karşıya will get the bomb planted, but a 1v2 and a player already wrapping close. This is going to be very hard for Karşıya, and he does get blindsided there by the man inside of the site. Big, they'll put up their first round here and now, Hugo.
The danger was if they went ramp there towards that B bomb site, not only is there B player in secret, and yeah, okay, that's clear, but that's only 1/3 of the lower site, including ramp and actual B, right?
Or they've just gone for these A side hits, and so... Karşıya in this round trying to do it again, and he snuck through the main smoke. He's coming in behind Keto, and Keto has just checked it. Didn't see anyone. Obviously, Karşıya concealed by the smoke. He gets very deep and cuts down the first man. This A-site play looks odd for Mousesports as they try and pick up the pace. The rest of the gang get out through Hut. Big, they've pretty much backed up into the heavens, and they've left one man in the site. Actually, Tizian hops on down and gets in on the action. Now they might discount tabseN here, but he's only able to put up one. CSGO with the AWP rotating in from ramp, pick up the AWP. So for Mouse, you know, really not wanting to bring this out. It's not terribly uncommon that we don't see Woxic donning the AWP all too much on this T side of Nuke.
In these rounds, he's playing secret or ramp a lot of the time, and Mouse are avoiding him, like you said, so no need for the AWP, at least not yet. Fast play again for Mouse. Rops is actually out the door. He's inside of the smoke, and he's going to get popped out. Great shot from Rops. He doubles it as well. The A site is cleaned up by Rops, and that's going to be the round. 4-man setup on A, including Keto. A double heaven setup. 2 dropping into sight. Like, nothing Big can do. Mousesports just spam the smokes, they rhythm of the round, and that's going to be a 4th taken. So money drawn to a close for Big. Mousesports are starting to build up their own economy, and this is where things just get better and better for the Mousesports.
Where is he in this round? He's rotating down through ramp, and he's getting set up at this B site to help out old mate tabseN, who's trying to hold down the line. He is getting pressured, so he's had to retreat back. Now relying on Xantares to offer him a bit of assistance here. And boy, will Xantares offer up assistance. He's going to nail a double kill. As Mouse try and get out through decon, they were looking to deal with tabseN, but they weren't ready to deal with the beast that was Xantares. Now Rops and Karşıya. Snuck into the back line, but he gets blindsided. Karşıya, though, he's got all the information he needs. He's got a big brain on his shoulders, does Karşıya. And now he's realized, well, no one was in this A site. He gets the bomb down, a bomb plant at the very, very least.
Big's defense on this map. It's Xantares on those lower rafters, man. He will just pivot, watch decon, watch double, watch window. Exactly this position, this angle. You're going to see him in this all game. Molly in the secret stairs as well will keep Big back from aggressing. There is going to be that cross towards right side garage from Tabson, but Mousesports are ready for it. Last time they're ready for it again. Flash out doesn't work. Woxic gets it, and it's a quick A play again for Mousesports. No one here to stop them big. Only have one man on the site. Kito's got to find some kills here. He's got to find some effect. Rops has already dropped his teammate in the outside area, and now Chris is gone. Chris is going to drop Kito as well. Xantares already looking to save, and well, his exit's been cut off. Luckily, he'll cut them down, but he won't get Woxic. And Big, they've got to buy. Luckily, we'll just have enough for an investment. No AWP on Searson unless he plays glass. Woxic even kills main. Instead, Mousesports have to look elsewhere, but elsewhere is open for business. Outside is completely unwatched, and Mousesports are going to flank. Although they are losing the lobby, Robs is going to have to hold on to things, but that's a missed shot. Oh dear, he's being flanked from ramp as well. He reads it. He reads the situation, but he needs a shot. Missed it. Two more coming his way, and Tizian's got the drop on him. Frozen alone.
Frozen in a 1v4, and he has nailed the first man. In a 1v3, crossing down towards outside, and he gets peeked, but he's dealt with them both. And now Frozen getting this back into a doable situation for Mousesports, for this man. Frozen nails it, 4 kills, and the round for Mouse. He saved the day up against a full eco that somehow looked like it was going to go in favor of Big. And once again, we need the young gun to step up for Mousesports to deliver a round in their favor. He somehow, some way clutches out this. Hello, it's the big Mousesports game that we've been talking about, and this is where you want to be. Frozen over here in main, and he is about to get tested in a very big way. Frozen, first kill does provide itself, but the trade is immediate, and it is instantaneously down into this 3-on-3. Xantares.
Oh, Karrigan, he's tapped the planter. He hasn't got the kill, though. That's information for Big, and they'll use it against Mousesports, locking them out of this site. Chris J coming in from Mini. Xantares is looking at the smoke. That door play, oh, it's well timed. Xantares is looking the wrong way. Now this main split can come through, but he's stalling it well behind the vent, not giving a kill away here to Mousesports, just playing that timer, playing the bomb. Karrigan's dead. There's the kit drop. Rops has come upper, and he has got that kill, but they need to get Kito off the site, and Rops certainly will. Takes enough shots, but so right now it is so based on taking outside control, hitting B, faking B, coming back up vent, and taking A, doing all of that, you know, trying to elude your opponents, trying to get them in the wrong position, force them to save. Mousesports' T side was the opposite of that, man. They were just...
Look at Robs. Oh, he's in secret. Ooh. And it's actually no longer a secret. Xantares able to dig him down. Chris J now swinging on the angle. He wants his piece of the pie, but maybe his eyes are bigger than his belly on this one, because there's the repeat from Squeaky Door, and that's actually going to turn this one in the favor of Big. Now, they've been close to winning these pretty much full ecos before, but this is one that you don't want to give over if you're Mouse. And getting that kill there onto Tizian has mitigated a lot of this danger. It's left you in a 3-on-3. It's denied this lurk player to Big that they had still floating around on that upper site. And so now you're left in this 3-on-3 retake, but this is a lot more achievable for Mouse. That's not to say it's a done deal yet. There is still weaponry here on the back of Kito. He's got armor with it. And these Deagles have already worked magic, and they're going to continue doing that. Look at Tabson's Deag. Oh, he's onto a double, and he's looking for a third. Frozen, the last man remaining. The last hope for Mouse up against the onslaught of pistols. And the kills just aren't presenting themselves. Tabson, come on, man. Finish it off with a triple. Make it look pretty and act it in the bag. They upset the grain, and now Mousesports likely going to have to respond with a force buy of their own. But the thing that's so heartbreaking there is that wasn't even the force for Big. They still had a buy coming in this round that was around
to get 10, lose to full eco, or lose to the Eagles rather with no Kev. And Big have not lost a round since that point. This might be their first though, because damage through the door, finally a fast play into A gets denied, and Mousesports get an early kill.
And for what feels like the first time in an eternity, Mousesports, they haven't just taken a bad advantage, they've actually been able to hold on to it. Woxic now stepping up to the mark, a lot of damage done, but Rops here in this little close corner at the left, he never even gets spotted, never even plays into the round. That I feel like we see players get away with a lot more than you might anticipate from in that position. And I feel like the longer that goes unchecked...
Ooh, a bit of wallbang damage. Nothing too significant. Rops is going to push through a smoke, and Mousesports, where's his confidence come from? They've just taken the lobby big by trying to regain control, and they have done at least so in the short term. Keto with a double finds Rops as well. Great transfer, leaves Karşıya re-pushing in through the door. He'll get denied as well. Keto on a 3. Big, they might just be pushing this over the line. These last couple of rounds have somehow come out of nowhere, and even though Mousesports find confidence off the back of their 1-round win, that confidence, well, that has dug them a deep hole. 2 on 4. Big with the A site, the plant is enabled, and Woxic and Frozen might just need to save.
Control room, and so Xantares is going to be pretty hard-pressed to find much here, but both these players are low on the bomb, and oh no, Xantares running in! The bomb, the explosion sound covers his footsteps, he charges, he sprints, he knows that if they're there, they've both been tagged as low as he has to that bomb. And that is stellar work from Xantares to find the double, but heartbreaking for Mouse. Keto intentionally makes noise there, and he's trying to bait Frozen in for this peak, and Frozen does give it over, but it really doesn't go the way that Keto would have liked. Xantares has opened up B, and Rops, oh dear, he's gone on in to try and defend this site, but he finds himself trapped, and the molly, well, that's really making the situation a lot more stressful than it has to be. Rops, he is freaking out right now. He's been mollied into the back of the box. They're coming in from seemingly everywhere, but he's still alive, still a nuisance. They haven't been able to deal with him just yet. There are nades, there are mollies still in play, and one by one, everyone else has fallen, so it's Rops, the man who was caged earlier on.
So many teams will get flustered there, thinking, oh, there's an enemy in the site, we need to deal with him, we need to kill him. Big go, no. They know Rops, his intention there is to stall as long as he can so his teammates can come and help. And so Big don't even look at him. They know Rops isn't going to swing. He's already tried with a flashbang, and it's not just a Molotov. Karrigan's going to push. Oh, he's dead immediately. Tizian with a big kill inside of the lobby, and Big, they're not even there. They're not even waiting. It's just Tizian on his own. He's got another wave coming at him. Chris will succeed. The rest of Big crossing down B with the smokes. Maybe they would have wanted the A site, but after that kill, things have sent them elsewhere. They're going to use this outside control against Mousesports. Try and get down to this lower site. Rops is here with a Molotov ready. He's just jiggling, spotting for this contact so he can at least, you know, give info to his team, tell them that Big are down B. Molly placed, Woxic outside in hell, going to drop Tabson on a lurk, and Big might just have to commit to the secret play into Rops.
Oh, and can he hold the line? That's one. That's all Rops needs to offer, and he knows it. He's out of there, man. 2 on 4. This is more than achievable for Mouse. This is OT potentially locked on in. Xantares and Searson. And we've been highlighting Searson all day long as someone to keep an eye on. Well, he's been pretty quiet in this matchup. They try and go up the vents, but this is going to leave them in the heavily stacked upper sights. Xantares gets caught. Searson, is he going to try go up the ladder as well? I don't know about this one. Let's see if he fares any better. Oh dear, that's not what you wanted. Oh dear, second time around he gives it a go. Come on, Karrigan, there's so many bodies on the other side of this door, and well, not anymore. He's cut them in 2. Xantares does get that trade, but look at the response. It's very, very fast here from Mouse. They try and get into the lobby. They try and wrap around behind, and it's a little bit awkward. Woxic, the knife goes in, and Woxic not able to best Xantares, who has retrieved the bomb. It's a very awkward round. There's 7 seconds left, and Xantares almost missing the plant spot. Now gets that bomb planted, a 1v3 to find. This is a huge ask, but Xantares has dropped the first man. Looking for the follow-up. Has spotted Rops with this. Doesn't want to overextend here, but thankfully that nade. Madness with players dropping down the vent and just chaos across the map. This double from Karrigan, instrumental in securing that round there. This was all weird, man. Like, is he aware of this? He looks like he might be. He's checking over at the hut. There's Chris J delivering one, and he's at least kept this in a 4-on-4. Tabson trying to complicate matters outside. It ends up being him to fall short. Oh dear. Woxic barreling out of heaven. This is a weird one. Now, in amongst all of this, Big have gotten down the vents and into this B bomb site. This has been a bit of a reoccurring problem for Mouse, but in overtime, they've been great at dealing with it. It's another one of these weird vent rounds. Oh, geez. It's Xantares getting dropped from it this time around. Now, Searson's going to try and set up to deal with the vent players. There's one. Give us another, Searson. Come on. I was bigging you up all day long, man. And I was saying, like, you're the guy to keep an eye on. Prove us right. No, he goes walking into the vent. Oh, dear. Tizian now asked to step up in this clutch. The bomb is ticking away, and there's not a lot of time left on it. That molly is going to spread and maybe deny the defuse. That's bought Tizian crucial amounts of time. Someone's got to get on this bomb, and they've got to do it quick. Tizian trying to deny it and want to play in through the smoke. It's all chaotic. It's all gone wrong. And Tizian cements it.
Instead, it's going to be big, at least getting one round in T-side overtime. Now we go back to CT half. Mousesports, they're so quick. This is all they did in regulation, and it worked wonderfully. Fast A plays to get frags, but Rops only finds one. It's a double trade back to big. Bomb dropped in the hut. He needs to get control. Tizian doesn't know.
Sisson's a moth, man. I'm convinced he's part moth. Like, he sees fire, and he just doesn't even think twice. I'm standing in it, and no one's changing my mind. Flash here. Sisson, deliver the goods, and there's the kill. Woxic on the receiving end. Frozen left up in a 1v4. Ooh. Ooh, Xantares almost sees him at ramp, but actually he's going back in from the other side. Frozen doesn't know it, but he's dodging this big. They needed to go flawless on this CT side of OT if they wanted to win it out. And so they're on the path to do that here, getting the first in the second half.
I'm so excited to see what Mouse...
Usually it's been on the back of like a double hut setup, right? You kind of catch Mousesports not aware. In this round, the aggression's coming from elsewhere. Xantares trying to pressure ramp, and it's a double push at this side. Tabson, he's gone unaccounted for as a result. And in the meantime, his teammates have won enough fights. Oh, that's the bomb! Oh dear, they've given it to Tabson, but luckily enough, Karrigan. And you'll know, Mousesports still haven't taken it. So Frozen tagged down low in this round.
Nice.
But it's going to be Woxic delivering that first kill. And so now, Tabson has got no way to get out from Garage. He's got to brawl. He's got to win these fights, and he's not able to do that. So a 3-on-5 for Big. Clutching at straws as they try and keep Nuke alive. And one by one, they are falling. Xantares and Searson, the only two players left. The only hope for Big to keep this map going.
Oh, and they're going to get mowed right now. Mousesports, they do it. It takes them a minute. It takes them a couple of hours, but... looking like a full commitment from Big. That last player of Keto holding the flank is coming to join them. And Mousesports, the silence has at least made them go back to a double B. So Karrigan, he'll have his only grenade on his own on this A site. That's a bit of a shame. Chris won't be able to double nade the planter now. And Big, they got 2 HEs of their own. So what's up their sleeve?
Yeah, I'm really curious what the 2 T-nades are for. They're going to get thrown over now, or one of them did at least.
Nice.
Karrigan's nade does find the bomb planter in Tabson. Now, this bomb plant's going to get attempted again, and there's no more pesky nades to rain on in. Xantares is going to get it planted, and through the smoke, Searson deletes Karrigan. This wraparound gets dealt with as well by Keto. And so suddenly, what was looking like a good 5-on-4, you know, denying the bomb plant, looking up for Mousesports, it's now turned pretty sour. Chris J does have this diffuse kit, rather, so he can get on that bomb. If he had North, that would be impressive. Gonna stick it, still on the defuse, and a couple of taps later, Tizian with the knife out tries to deny it. But yeah, 3 shots, that's all it takes from Mouse.
No matter what happens, they can buy in the follow-up, and this is enabling that. If they get guns, it's only going to increase their weaponry in this round, and with little investment, they get a lot of reward. Look at this. Now, this buy looks excellent. They're a man up. They've got an AK on Rops. Yes, there's Deagle on Chris, but that's not really seeming like a problem anymore for Mousesports, who are advantaged in this round. But fast play for Big. They're trying to beat Mousesports to the site. Tabson gets up mid and kills Woxic, but it's traded through the smoke. Still engagements with the AKs. Big have 3 of them up, but Tizian is taking them down in middle. 2 kills from him. Chris coming through the smoke as well. Tizian doesn't see the timing. He looks away, and Chris, he'll get that kill. Now his Deagle gets upgraded as well, and Mousesports still have a chance in this 2-on-2. Uh-oh.
Ooh, Xantares deep within CT, and a little bit deeper than Mouse might be ready for. They're not even considering it, so Xantares has allowed that kill onto Chris J. Almost entirely for free. Frozen is the man expected to trade it, and Xantares has dodged him for the time being. Now Frozen's just going to keep holding down this angle. And he knows Xantares is still here, thanks to these little hints, this little breadcrumb trail that Xantares has left him with the flashbangs. Frozen still waiting patiently, and now he sees Xantares crossing back into the site. That's a bit of a heartbreak moment for Frozen. That was his chance to isolate a gunfight, but he gets given it a second time around. However, the trade is fast.
You can't really play a CT side first without
I know,
kit.
This always gets to you,
It
Hugo.
does, it really does.
It gets under your skin, doesn't it? Oh, Well, you know, here's an alternative. What if you never need the kit? What if Chris J just hunts down the frags at the ramp?
Yeah.
Bomb go down, they're fielding quite the man advantage when it happens. With how this round has started, it's looking good for that. Searson gets naded out of the equation, a 5-on-3, and now a follow-up kill from Karşıya. He's really holding down this A site like a bit of a madman. He's going to follow up. That's the bomb dropped. It gives you the option to make the decision to back out. And now we approach the last round of this first half of play.
Yeah, another aggressive mid-take. There's no AWP here this time. There is a double setup again. Big, as unready for it as they were last time. Woxic and Chris get both the kills. Even though Tizian and Tabson look prepared for fights, they will not win any of them. And I love that idea from Mousesports, using the molly to their advantage. Not only does it, cover vision, but it covers footsteps. It makes Big relax because they think no one's going to push a Molotov, but that's exactly what Mousesports are going to do. Karrigan's out in the sight, Searson tries to take a fight with the AWP, and Xantares didn't realize Karrigan had re-pushed short. That's a good bit of re-aggression from Mousesports. Karrigan has looked, right now it's Keto in a 1-on-5 for the halftime, and he might just be dead as soon as he gets into this site.
We've had 2 injuries thus far here on Vertigo. Let's see if we get any more. Mousesports now moving into the T half, and it's a nice couple of taps from Xantares and Searson over here in mid to put up the openers for Big on this CT half. Now Frozen out through B ramp. He does have this bomb on the back of Karrigan rotating in, but to say Big are ready for this is a bit of an understatement. They've got a 4-man stack here at the B bomb site. So Mousesports, they're walking in to a... Ooh, Frozen. Yeah, man, that was...
Yeah, definitely need a close flash to deal with that contingency. A fast play now towards A. Tabson could be getting overwhelmed. He has no armor. He's trying to hide in the smoke in the site. He spotted a player there, but now getting tagged from short as well. It might be a chance to fall off. And the fact that he's given a chance to fall off is impressive. Mousesports would have loved that kill, as now they're going to be a man down in the post plant. Big with a kit on the retake.
Karrigan is trying to get stuck in with his Glock, and he's going to come to regret that decision. Now, Frozen, 2 kills to his name, 15 points of health, and he has to ace if he wants to win this in a 1v3. I haven't painted the greatest of pictures.
The last man up ramp here with it. Rob's still holding this flank as is tradition here. Nice grenade, finds Chris J, trying to get up on top of the sandbags, and flashes will follow from Mouse, but Big want to bring the heat. They don't want to wait around. Xantares maybe should have, as he pushes into the smoke as it blooms. Frozen takes him down. That's an unfortunate fight for Xantares. 1 tag onto Woxic, but that's information given over. And so an early rotation arriving from Tizian. Keto not able to hold the line and bested straight away by Karrigan on the entry. Now Tizian desperately doing what he can. The smokes will fall, and through the wall, it's Rocks to do it all. Bomb plant now found, and in comes Mr. Searson with this AWP, and that's going to entice Big back into this round, trying to get a retake off, and they do find the kill now onto Rops. Woxic, he was able to tag Searson, but didn't finish the job, didn't deal the killing blow. Now it falls to him and Karrigan. This was 4-on-2 in the post plant. This was looking so good for Mousesports, and it could get stripped away from them if these two don't answer the call. And Tabson. And this CT half is looking stellar from the big boys right now. Yeah, Searson's looks so much better on this map than Nuke. He was silent, and Tabson, the swing king, look at that in the site anyway. He's just not watching the ramp. Pivot and throw utility assisting teammates when needed, and they will be needed. Here come Mousesports.
Karrigan really looking to get ahead of the curve. He is through this offensive smoke, and oh, he's dealing damage. Follows up, looking for another. Keto will catch him on the wide swing. The reload not off in time for Karrigan. Now 4-on-4, and we've seen Big get back into these rounds with even less going their way. Only this time, Mousesports, they're no longer just sitting back lackadaisically inside of this bomb site. Instead, they are bringing the fight to Big, and in doing so, they take this 4-on-3. They're playing it by the percentages, they're playing it by the numbers, and this just shows how they're feeling a lot more confident.
At least for the moment. Mousesports 13-11 up. Xantares, he's going aggressive again, and netted him a kill on Frozen last round. He's here once more for blood, and inside of the smoke is a man. Karrigan's going above. He's actually passed by him, but his teammates will pick up the kills. There's 1 trade and only 1. Tizian's still standing on the site. Searson drops a man in the middle, and Tizian's still here, still standing, and not for long. Woxic does get the trade, now into a 2-on-2 with the bomb under the control of Mousesports.
He's still there, is Keto. Searson's back in the A site alone, and Woxic has been able to retrieve 2 smokes. He's given himself a smoke wall to try and plant behind. Now that molly will rain on in an attempt to deny the bomb plant, but Woxic trying to stick it.
T-Spawn holding onto the push from Big. Execute smokes coming in right now as Keto's so flashed, so burnt, he can't find a place to stay, he can't find a sanctuary. It's up to Tabson with a spray, 2 kills from him. Keto finally able to see, given the gift of vision, and he will take it away from Mousesports to double fit him before Rops eventually trades, but it comes at a cost. A 1-on-3 with a bomb dropped for Rops. This is not an easy clutch to win.
Not by any stretch of the imagination, and not now that they know where he resides. They've seen him inside of this site, they know where he's at. They're just not going to give up the fight to let him back into this 1v3. This is a lot of restraint from Big, and you absolutely love to see it. They're still checking that this bomb is out in the open every now and again, and that's going to give them the info as to when Rops has gotten it. And that's just going to narrow down where he can be even further. They know he's still at B. They know he's at Jen's, and that he's got this bomb. They've gotten that close, or that what they've done is that replicatable, I guess you'd say. I can't think of the word. And yeah, it just kind of falls back into trying to take ramp. They get up towards A. Searson picks them off at short side. And so then they go back to the drawing board. They try and get map control elsewhere. They think that maybe mid has some answers, and perhaps it will. Karşıya and Rops, they've stepped up and they've made this round doable.
Oh, Keto, he was focused on middle, but he gets flanked from B, a fast approach from Mousesports, and it is exactly what they needed. The answers are there. Then you can very fast get in the backline on B. They've actually broken the money with 14. Mousesports have given themselves a lifeline of survival, but Big want to take it away. They're ecoing, they're playing for overtime. We've already had a double OT in this series. Big want another. In fact, they can still win this round with Deagles. We've seen them do that as well, and a boost up for them. Mousesports have tried a fair few triple boosts. Well, Big have one of their own. Xantares, surprise, surprise, he's dropped the bomb, he's got the info. Trade is here, but Karşıya doesn't get a double, and he dies there. This round is getting unfortunately hard for Mousesports, a 2-on-4, and if they leave here, Big are going to be able to re-aggress and re-grab weaponry.
And now, right, you're in this 2-on-4, they're holding, and this decision to slow down, this decision to wait for the kills to come to them, although it's a risk that Big don't have to take, oh dear, they're not ready for this many to be wrapping short, and Chris J can't afford to miss right now, turns away from the short side, that triple push for it.
So smart, because you can see after every kill Mousesports got there, they immediately discounted, they immediately turned round. Rops gets one, you know, falls off, drops, that gets heard, Tabson re-aggresses, kills one, Chris trades, Chris then forgets about the position.
Because I feel like, you know, when they've been going for these kind of defaults, when they've been holding, when they've been waiting, they've been getting vested in the heads-up gunfights a lot of the time. And this round, they do exactly that. It's these set smokes into A, the wall of smokes is in, Chris J opens up, man advantage for Mouse. The bomb plant has been denied. Tabson removing Karşıya through the smoke, forces Woxic to go for the standard plant here. No nades to deal the damage, at least none present inside of the site. So a 4-on-4 to decide who reaches map point first here on Vertigo. Will it be Big? Bouncing back in this second half, down 4-11. And able to get it all tied up at 14-14, or is it going to be the incumbent forces of Mousesports finally edging it over the line? Tabson delivering another kill has kept this in the advantage of Big. You can tell how much they want this round. They're on the defuse, and the peaks just aren't coming in for Mousesports. Big, they get it on the board, and try as Rops might, he almost gets all the kills from CT, but the bomb was never planted for him. He was never in the right place for it. It's map point for Big and a chance to take us to Dust 2.
And right there was why Karşıya tried to plant wide. Right there is the evidence. You know, he gets denied by the spray and the smoke, and it's because of the mid.
In a site that has 4 players, or 3 players at it right now for Big, a 4th that can come in fast in rotation in the form of Tizian. But that first kill will go their way, courtesy of Karşıya. The A site take now on.
Plant is wide as well, but they're going to spam it, they're going to look to get rid of it, and they do again. Mousesports, the same problems that have been arising are exactly what they go back to. They try and set up for the late round, for the lurk of Rops, but it might not come into play. Woxic's dropped the kill of Searson, trading the AWP. Tizian and Woxic both low in this round. It is on a knife's edge. Here's that lurk from Rops. He's not going mid, he's running B as fast as he can. Again, the bomb not planted for him. This time he can't afford to be late. He needs to be here on time, but he also can't give away the footsteps. It's a real conundrum for Rops. Mousesports trying to to stall, trying to stay alive, but Woxic's been deleted, and the tap on the bomb, it's not a stick, but they don't know that, and they're going out wide. Rops 1-on-3 again, wrong position for the bomb, but what else can Mousesports do about it? It's big, taking it over the line, 16-14, they push us to dust 2, and my oh my, what a series this is, Harry. Already low HP. Chris has used all his util in towards B, and Tizian has been tagged. Frozen pushing long with a massive kill on Searson, and now Big. They're going to bail out of B, but they haven't got much other control. They go up towards Catwalk, in towards A, but Mousesports are ready for it.
Oh, Rops. Yeah, that's probably a little bit more than he bargained for there on the repeat. Woxic will come in and alleviate some of this pressure out from CT, and he's looking to turn even more heads, but he ends up getting his taken off. This is still a doable round for Big. Tabson doubling up, and now these 3 players are all the walking wounded. Tabson left in the clutch, but he's got to land 1 bullet per player to pick this round up. Frozen and Rops getting into the site. The kit's dropped in CT, and oh dear, Frozen went for the kit. Rops was in the site alone, and the timing couldn't have been worse on that drop. Now sticking it, and a bit of damage done from Tabson. He finishes off the round with 4. Tizian, this entry out through long, and he is going to catch the first man. Carrigan removed.
He actually blinded himself as well. He dropped a flash, really well timed to catch Big as they went through the doors, but he didn't turn from it.
He ends up being hoisted by his own petard there, and that will be this 4-on-4 gifted over. As now the long control attempted, and Searson's scout is something that's only whispered about in the scene. You can't really talk about it up front because he's pretty nasty with this weapon. He has gone ahead and secured control of long. Now Big getting into the site. They throw this molly. This is going to send Chris J and Rops packing. We had some wordsmiths out there.
He might just go for a B pick, and if Big get it, they can just speed up and take the site. So Rops is giving a fight, and well, it's already been won. Or actually, sorry, it's Tabson. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Rops is still here. He's actually killed 2 with the scout. How on earth does he do it? Blinded, but still brutal. Looking for a 3rd as well. They're going to keep giving him fights here inside of a B. Flash is good though this time. The molly doesn't work, but the flashbang at least cuts him off, and he has nowhere to go. Tizian gets the kill, and Big get the site. And even though Rops puts up an incredible defense on this B bomb site as a lone anchor, this could still be Big's round, but oh, Mousesports flashing through the smoke. They drop the bomb, they stall it out, and they get close to the site.
Now we see Big frozen in time in this round. And slow it right down as they look to regain control of the bomb and then try and find this plant. That smoke in the door is a little bit interesting. It's somehow given Woxic a tiny one-way here in through the bottom, but he doesn't find anything from it. Now crossing into the site, it's Tizian. Someone needs to watch him though, and Frozen hopping in through the window.
That right, when things go quiet for so long, that's a great time to fake for Big to get information, right? If you just tap it and immediately pull your gun out, you know Mousesports are going to give you something, some kind of reaction, even if it isn't a double rush into the site like that. I mean, Mousesports, as a surprise to see Tabson just commit with the plant, it will cost him his life. But Chris gone from this round, it's already started and already ended, at least for him. Xantares has dropped Carrigan into long, and it's a fast play for Xantares with great results. 2 kills off of this AK. Again, looking like a real star for Big. But unfortunately for him, Big don't want the B side. They changed their mind, and that's because Xantares has walked up long and cleared A. He's even killed Woxic in spawn with the AWP. Are just looking to surround him, and they're not planting either. They're just going for the fight. Rops does get a kill, but that's the alarm bell ringing now, and Big, they'll focus on the plant. They'll also focus on keeping Rops trapped.
Yeah, and he really is stuck here, out on a limb at B. He's looking for this one tunnels fight, and it's just, Xantares is such a nuisance there. And they might just keep going B. They set up outside.
Nice.
Of what site, I wonder? B. And here comes the push. Rops has to try and buzz around here, and he gets bested almost immediately. These beekeepers not cut out.
And they're full of stings, they are. Wow, big words.
I'm really laying it on them, you know.
Oh, what's Carrigan doing?
Carrigan goes down after time. It baits them into Frozen, but like that's hardly a
double long setup. This could be a change that could give something good to Mousesports. The flash through the smoke does not work. Karrigan is ahead of it with a double kill, mowing them down. Even when they get the trade, they are not going to be ready for Frozen. Big can completely discount this position. You can already see no one's looking at it. Frozen doesn't need to move. He can just wait here and give info to his team. Wait here. Oh, he's been spotted. Frozen has to take the kill, but he can't get it in time. How? How? I don't know. I don't understand. Tabson is so quick.
Tabson, they call him the lifeline because, my word, has he just given Big a chance in this round. He's also saved his teammate Searson's life down in the pit. Tabson, the guardian angel of Big, the guardian angel of the German scene, and he really is just laying down the pain right now. Now, Woxic is trapped out on a limb here as well. Chris J going to try and flash Woxic in for a peek, but he can't get out. Woxic, he's stuck, he's facing jail time, and when you step into the Big house, you get shut down. Now a 2-on-2, and Tabson in with 4, on for the ace. Chris J, 1v2, what can he do here? Creeping on up through CT, AWP in hand, and they're up on top of the boxes above him. Xantares will steal the ace away, but a round going in favor of Big, one that felt like it shouldn't have. It was a 5-on-3, and it ends with 2 players still surviving for Big. Oh. Tabson, you are a menace. This is very fast third map.
And not the blowout in the way that I would expect as well, right? Big, like, you know, we know how good they can be, but against Mousesports, 10-1 up, they're not giving any room to Mouse. Woxic will find a kill with the AWP in this round. This could be the chance for Mouse to put a few rounds on the end of the board. Try and get some form of buffer. Nice shot from Woxic. He gets a tag, but he would have loved the kill because now his position is known, and he might go down without any sort of a say in the round. He does land, does good damage. He's going to try and sneak through the smoke and actually does escape. There's a world where Woxic can find another fight. Goes back and does get it. That's a great shot for Woxic because even though Tabson still stands, he's got 2 health. You'd like to think that he would be an easy kill, but maybe I'm speaking too soon. No, I'm not. Frozen does find him from Cat, and now Big are down to a 2-on-4. Bomb stuck out on long on Searson. Xantares in middle. Searson has burnt out a man from the site, but past that point, where do Big want to go?
CT smoke for Xantares. That's going to force these players out of CT and maybe into his crosshair. Now, first clearing the site, he didn't see anyone. And he hasn't checked close at CT. There's so many players here. And Searson, surely not ready for it. He actually does deal with Karrigan. Xantares left up in the 1v2, and he only knows where one of these players are. He's going to try and survive the drop into CT. Now, this has to be mental. This has to be unreal. Xantares hopping down, and they're both there.
Seen Xantares all round, but they knew it was coming in that 1-on-2. Oh, bye-bye. Well, as if this game wasn't hard enough, you likely lose a round as a CT, especially in one like this where there's just no util to win. Woxic, big shot in middle. Karrigan could push off the back of it as Woxic is drawing them in. He's going to run away. Won't get heard. Karrigan waiting for audio of his own as Keto does sit still in middle. Tara's beside him, and they're going to try and jump up towards Catwalk. This is exactly what Karrigan wants. Actually, mid to B smoke landing. Karrigan now needs to be very ready for this close fight. He can't just be holding the jump up. It's a double peak, but he finds one and almost sprays the second. And Tara's with a trade keeps this round alive, and he hits the A site as the molly fades, trapping Woxic in between these 2 players. And a missed shot from Woxic. He is running out of opportunities. Xantares has bailed. Meanwhile, he hasn't committed to taking A, despite there being no one here to stop him. Rops is in spawn, and the bomb has been picked back up. They can go B if they want.
Woxic running backwards there, maybe trying to play anti-flash, or maybe trying to assign some meaning to a kill that doesn't need it. And, well, Woxic giving that one up has now left Rops all alone. He's not able to do anything to have to hold the Catwalk play down. And if Woxic can't buy time for these long players to get into position and help him out, then you're still up for a 4-on-5 retake again. Woxic has got to make a stand. He burns to death. He perishes in that Molotov. And Keto, we were saying about those long players having to play retake. They don't even get the chance. They were waiting. They were hoping they could have approached this in a 4-on-4. And Keto has robbed them of that right. Chris J and Rops now left in the 2-on-4 clutch attempt for a 3rd round at the end of the first half of play. And they're not really making any progress right now. No one from Big is offering up a fight. The molly is going to hold them back even longer. They smoke it, they go through, and they do find Searson. But half the time, more than half the time, picked off this bomb. They've got to pick up the pace, and instead, the response is in from Tizian and Keto. 13-12. Now they rotate everyone over here towards the A bomb site.
Fast play. The smokes are down and spamming through them. The grenade will actually get a kill. Big, a man up, add it to the tally. They've even got a kit for the retake if it gets that far. That's still a question in and of itself because Mouse have yet to get onto the site. They've got a kill on Tapson though, and Big start to back up as they look to play a retake round here. Not really much else they can do. These Glocks can be a real problem up close, so Big want to be very careful with how they approach this, but nice shot from Xantares. He's going for the Kukulis, he's going for the jumps. He certainly could hit one. There's two in the site right now, and oh, he's hit it! Yes! Woo! Let's go, Big.
Oh, I mean, on Dust 2.
Shameful scenes here for the Mousesports camp. They don't want to go out like this. They want to at least put something on this board. Some buffer. Just to show they can, because right now, Big are not giving any way back into this round. Xantares finds a pick down mid. Tizian was dead at long early. Keep that in mind. So Mousesports have something here in terms of control. But Big, they just need to play very safe. They don't need to worry about things. With the trade coming from Xantares, it's back to a 4-on-4, and Upper Dark has been taken. Chris is watching for it, though, and oh dear, Keto hits a shot faster. That's B cleared out, and now Big know they can gamble stack A because Mousesports have got to still be long or mid. And they're all long, so smoke's getting set up. Here comes the cross, and Mousesports heading into CS and Scout.
Oh, a couple of shots. Not actually connecting for CSN, and now these players have gotten close. Frozen. Not going to last long, not going to fare well in the A-bomb site. Karşı gets mollied out as well. This utility's doing so mumuch damage, and it was a 3-on-3. It was looking good, but Mousesports, it's all fallen apart here in round 18. They get 2-1 in the series. Big are the victors.
I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say